For those of you that say yes, next time, don't drink milk, just eat the grass. I'm trying to tell you that it doesn't mean that whatever my body needs, I have to get exactly the same thing. Okay, so it doesn't mean when the cow needs protein, then the cow have to eat protein. When the cow, needs something, then it needs it. No, all you need is give your body the nutrition it needs in a wholesome form, and your body will know when to secrete it in the different quantities, the enzymes, everything that you need. So, what is wholesome? Let us take a look into a carrot. Inside a carrot, I can isolate out vitamin A. But once I isolate out vitamin A, even though it comes from a natural product, the carrot, that vitamin A becomes a drug, a chemical already. When the vitamin A or the vitamin C is inside an orange carrot, it will not cause any side effect. But once I isolate it out, it causes side effect. An overdose of vitamin C increases the iron content in my blood, and it makes me more prone to getting cancer and heart disease. And pregnant women, they should not overdose on vitamin A pills because it affects the fetus. But what amount is overdose? If you eat 2 carrots a day, 3 carrots a day, you're overdosing on vitamin A. But have you ever heard of a pregnant woman saying, well, they are getting side effect because they ate too many carrots? No. Why? Because when the vitamin A is inside the carrot, it exists in a different molecular structure. When it is inside the carrot, it is linked with the other nutrient, the other vitamins. So the molecular structure is different. It is not pure, so it doesn't cause side effect. But when we isolate it out of the carrot, it becomes a chemical, it's pure, and therefore it will give you side effect. So the definition of wholesome, it means you don't have to go through a lot of chemical processing. Nowadays, we love words such as isolation, extraction, concentration, purification. We think, it means that it is better. We actually believe in chemicals, thinking that it is the only way to cure us of illnesses. Whatever we don't understand seems to work better. And so, we start to believe in the different type of chemicals. Do you drink coffee?
Yes.
Yeah? You drink coffee here in Toronto? Hey, there are 2 types of coffee, okay? There is the normal coffee with caffeine. There is another type of coffee called decaffeinated coffee. Huh? Okay. How many of you drink normal coffee? Wow. So many people drink it. Now, listen to me. Next time, don't drink coffee. Haven't you heard about the side effect of caffeine? No? Let me tell you. Caffeine stimulates your central nervous system, it speeds up your heart rate, it causes insomnia. Yeah? You have heard about it, right? You still want to drink it? Yes? I thought I've got a health conscious group over here. Apparently not. Okay, try this one. Okay. In my research, other than the standard immunological procedures that we would do to determine whether a particular food is good for our immune system or not, we also use another procedure. It's called the Conrad assay. We look into DNA repair mechanism. Let me use an example to explain it to you. Have you seen some people that can smoke all their life, they never come down with lung cancer? For others, they take a couple puffs, they come down with lung cancer. So what's the difference? It's because of the nicotine, the brand of cigarette? What's the problem? Well, we're finding that every time when you smoke a cigarette, some of the cells' DNA get damaged. They get damaged. So once they get damaged, there may be a chance that it would mutate to a tumor, to a cancer cell. But why don't they get cancer right away? It is because you do have the ability to repair the DNA damage. So you can repair the DNA right back. Therefore, you don't get cancer. Well, we are finding some food help the repair mechanism, and some food slows down the repair mechanism. Caffeine slows down the DNA repair mechanism. It doesn't cause damage to the DNA, but it slows down the repair mechanism. So, if you smoke, you cause DNA damage, and then you drink a lot of caffeine, it slows down the DNA repair mechanism, it equals suicide. Okay? Still want to drink it? Yes? Gosh. Okay, this one should work. Ladies, listen to me. We're finding an overdose of caffeine on a daily basis causes wrinkles. Now this one works, right? Yeah? Okay. How many of you want to drink decaffeinated coffee? Decaf?
No.
Some people drink decaf.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to me. Don't drink decaffeinated coffee. You know why? After a lot of research, I've decided we are human. Okay? We are going to age. Nowadays, I look at, I've got 3 kids. My oldest daughter is taller than I am. So she make me feel old. And I look in the mirror and I see all these wrinkles. So I comfort myself. I say, these are signs of knowledge and wisdom. So, we're going to age, okay? A couple wrinkles, it's better than getting cancer, right? Okay, I get sidetracked. I'm not trying to discuss caffeine is good or bad. What I'm trying to discuss with you is, how do we extract caffeine away from coffee beans? In order to extract the caffeine away from coffee beans at the very beginning, we use 2 chemicals. And these 2 chemicals, we do not have to put on the label of the product, and they happen to be cancer-causing agents. So, once the product decaffeinated coffee is out in the marketplace for some time, the American FDA found out that these 2 chemicals that used in the processing causes cancer. So, they prohibited the use of it. So now they are using other procedures. So whenever we are going into extraction, isolation, purification, even though it may sound good, not knowing the side effect today does not mean it has no side effect. Okay, for those of you that did not raise your hand at all, you're probably thinking you're very smart, right? You're saying, gosh, I am so smart. I don't drink coffee. I drink tea.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you, that's even worse. Why? Well, if you look at the caffeine content inside tea, all tea, doesn't matter what type of tea, it can be jasmine tea, oolong tea, red tea, green tea, all type of teas, the caffeine content is around 3.4%. Compared to coffee beans, it's only around 2.3%. So tea contains a lot more caffeine compared to coffee. Okay? So the second definition is that we want something that is wholesome, rather than something that has been chemically extracted. Yes, I do understand that sometimes, when we hear a name that we don't recognize, we think it is better. We think it will work better, more effective. So for me, a soybean, take for example, that is very, very wholesome. So, a soy drink, if I'm a salesman, and I tell you this is a soy drink, will you buy it? Most of you probably will not buy it. Why? Because you're going to say, well, soy, so what's unique about it, right? So you don't like it because you can buy it in the supermarket. So you don't have imagination, you don't have a fantasy. It doesn't sound chemical enough.